Welcome to another video of Car Plebs. Today is more of a status update. We have recently reached 150 or so subscribers, for which I'm super grateful, and honestly I didn't expect that to happen so fast, and because of that I really wanted to reach out to you, our most important person or most important stakeholder in this endeavor, which is the viewer. So I really want to ask you for your input in terms of what you want to see in the channel going forward. Currently in the car park we do have the E92 335i, the 996, which you all know, the 997, the Mustang GT, and a Skoda Felicia from 1998, which will serve to be, I think, quite the unique antique. Now, it is super important that you give us your input. What would you want to really see in this channel that would sort of interest you? Is it more the modding scene? Is it more, for example, fuel consumption? Do you want to see more cross comparisons? Are you really interested in every little detail in terms of the interior? What is it that you would like to see? So I would kindly ask you, if you have any idea for future content, please let us know in the comment section below. Any opinion here really counts, as it will help us to grow the channel and to sort of deliver content that is interesting for you. For me personally, the importance of this channel was to actually remember the cars that I've owned. I've had some amazing cars in the past, like the first VRS that I've owned as my first kind of pseudo sports car, then the E92 M3, and I never really did a video on that, and right now I'm sort of reminiscing, and I'm a bit sad that I don't have any content that I can look forward to except for the pictures and some drifting videos here and there. So on to the second part of the video, which is the camera setup that we have been using now, and as well some updates with regards to that. So up until now we've been using the Panasonic GH5, which is recording today's video, as well as one GoPro Hero 9 Black. Now, while the Panasonic is an amazing camera, it's not exactly portable. You can theoretically mount it in the car, on the car, with some suction cups, etc., but it's not exactly practical. Because of that, I've decided to splurge and make another purchase. GoPro is having a holiday sale right now, and I decided to purchase another Hero 9 because basically the price is, I would have to say, rather competitive, as it's, at least here in Europe, on the level or slightly above with the sale that the GoPro Hero 8 Black has. So I figured, makes sense to upgrade and to have another camera, and this will allow me to do more of like the smoking tire style videos where you have one camera that is really looking at the interior, shifting, driving inputs, etc., and the second one being located on the outside, because afterwards, if you're both recording the exhaust signature, the interior, the exterior, and if you have three different time perspectives on those three, then you really can't merge them into one, so you have to have separate segments. So I figured that to streamline that, we would have sort of three inputs: exhaust input, one GoPro for the interior, one GoPro for the exterior, and we have some other technicalities. So this is just a brief update on that. Okay, so starting with item number one, we have the media mod. So the cool thing about the media mod is that it allows you to connect a hot shoe, as well it has a built-in microphone. So let me just pop it right open. It has the capacity so that you can actually connect external microphones, which is something that you don't normally get on GoPros unless you have an adapter cable. So let's take a quick look at that. So this will in principle allow me to, for example, mount some LED light source that I have also gotten. So you have, of course, the typical paper documentation. Here is the mount itself. Here is the wind diffuser, wind blocker. So hopefully this will help us with recording outside. I'm curious to test it out as to how effective it will be. So this should, in theory, just snap right on. There we go. And it should be a snug enough fit. And then here you have one hot shoe location. So again, either other microphone or an LED light. And similarly here, a second hot shoe. Material-wise, it seems, I don't know, quite okay. The biggest negative here is that you lose water protection while using this, so that is something to note, that if you're planning to use this, you're losing basically water protection. But that's the only gripe. Other than that, seems like a justifiable investment in my eyes. Also, it gives you the options here to connect USB-C, the 3.5mm jack, and micro HDMI, which can come in handy at a later stage. So yeah. The next one is the protective housing, and I can't get over the fact that they keep writing this on the bags: to avoid danger of suffocation, keep this plastic bag away from babies. This is a bag, not a toy. You would kind of assume if it's saying it's a bag, it is a bag. But okay. So the protective housing itself. So whenever we will want to do, let's call it more spirited drives where we don't want to worry about the GoPro potentially falling off and we want to have it in a housing, then this will come in handy. So this is just a protective case, nothing special. Again, some mounts, some screws, seems quite well built. Again, then you cannot really connect anything else, but at least you don't have to worry that if it falls off, it's somewhat impact proof and yeah, your investment is somewhat protected. Oh, so they give you 2 doors for the back. I wasn't aware of that. So one is obviously for when you want complete protection and the second one is with a hole. So if you want to play around with the LCD. This is the light mod. So up until now, funnily enough, all of the garage shots that I've done up until now were by mounting a cell phone to like a tripod or using a wireless power bank with a built-in LED. Not exactly elegant, and I was always afraid that either the cell phone or the power bank will somehow get destroyed because it could easily fall off. And so I wanted to get this light mod. Again, it's not the most powerful, let's call it external LED setup on the planet, but it is compact, easy to use. Let's see if it has a charge. Yeah, so I think we can do absolute max here. You also have this light diffuser so that the light isn't too bright. And then again, in the car, in the garage, when I'll be working on something, then I'll have at least some light as opposed to not having light whatsoever. And then once again, the GoPro special bundle, which at least here in Europe is much cheaper than the normal one. And remember, all of the bags are not toys, they're bags. So remember not to suffocate anybody with them. Okay, so as always, micro SD card, some mounts, extra batteries, so that brings up the total to 5, so I won't have to worry about running out of juice. Screws, adapters, sticks. I mean, this stick, of course. I don't want to tell you what I'm thinking about when I see this guy, but okay. And of course, then you get the GoPro, Euro 9 Black, and yeah, that's about it. So again, thank you for all of the subscribers so far. It's been quite the journey and we very much appreciate that, and we will keep on delivering hopefully some good content, and now with these devices, hopefully even better. So thank you very much for staying with us so far, and we're looking forward to providing more content. Take care.